Hey guys, Jared James here. Wanted to come to you really quickly. I've enjoyed doing these YPN vlogs, as we call them, video blogs. But I'm reminded, I was just talking to someone on the phone here, and everybody at this time of the year wants to know, how do I create more business? How do I get more things going, whatever? And everybody wants the magic bullet, the magic, whatever way to do something. And yet the truth is, obviously, our business is still about people, still about contacts, these kinds of things. And, I've said to people many times that, NAR came out with a stat that 69% of people are unrepresented, meaning that 7 out of 10 people, if they were to go to buy or sell a house right now, have no idea who they'd use. And yet here we find ourselves in the spring market when more people than any other time of the year are going to decide who to use. And so the only question is, are you going to be an option for them? If you were to go back and look at how many transactions have happened in the last week in your area, you'd be shocked at how many transactions that were there, but you'd be even equally shocked if you figured out, how come I wasn't a part of those transactions. And in so many cases, it's because we weren't even an option. We weren't even on their radar. And so what I'm telling people right now is you've got your top 20, top 25 people from your database. You've got your top 5 people from around your sphere, your friends and family who really you should be coaching on a daily basis how to bring up the fact that you're in real estate. I mean, what's worse than hearing from somebody that I would have used you if I only knew? I used to tell my wife when she was a teacher to go in and when she's talking to the other teachers, ask them how their husband's doing. Because what's their natural response? How's your husband doing? Now she has an opportunity to talk about the fact that I was in real estate. And so we do little things like that. But contacting your top 20, top 25 in your database, bringing them Girl Scout cookies, doing whatever you have to do to make contact. The main thing, though, there's this big thing right now about shadow inventory and the number of properties that are going to be hitting the market that the banks are holding on to and that are really going to flood the marketplace. And so there's a real opportunity right now with investors, okay? So go to your local REIAs, your REIAs, your Real Estate Investors Associations. Go to these meetings. Contact your local investors. Go into Google and type in "buy my house fast" and find out who the top investors are in your area and figure out how to call these people, make contact with them, because these are people you need to be building relationships with, because this is where an opportunity is coming in the market, not only in the future, but even right now, just getting in front of as many people as you possibly can. I've said many times that, it takes 41 real estate related conversations to create one transaction. 41 real estate related equals one transaction. And so the real magic bullet, so to say, is just to get out there and talk, get in front of people. What are the odds that within a 10-mile radius of your office this morning, somebody woke up and didn't have a realtor, and by the end of the day selected a realtor? And the answer is, obviously, it's happening all the time. 7 out of 10 people are unrepresented. But what are your odds of being that person by sitting in your office managing your files? Not very high. And so ultimately, we can come up with all the tech gadgets and everything else, but ultimately we have to get out and talk to people. We have to get out there and meet the right people and take care of the right people and get in front of those investors for the coming shadow inventory that's coming and those kinds of things. I think I'm caught up in March Madness like everybody else right now, and I heard an interview recently where a coach said at the end of the game, they asked him about his game plan, and he said, it's March Madness. He goes, it's desperation time. And so he said, we're doing things we haven't done all year. We're pulling out all the stops because if we lose, we're gone. And immediately I thought about our business, and I thought to ourselves, if all of us had that same approach, if, some of us, it's actually true. If we don't create something, if we don't make something happen, we're not going to be in the business a month from now, 2 months from now, whatever it may be. But if you're in a position where things are okay, what would you be doing differently if you knew you had to create, otherwise you're out of the business? What would you be doing differently? Most of us will respond and say we'd probably be doing something differently. So what is it that you would be doing differently? And start doing it. Get that feeling of desperation, that feeling of I'm out of here if I don't create, and keep it every day, okay? An amazing thing happens when you do that. It's amazing the things you do on a daily basis that you wouldn't normally do. So other than that, guys, I look forward to connecting with so many of you. I already have on Facebook and Twitter and all these other places. I look forward to continuing to do it. Look forward to meeting so many of you in person, which I already have. Have a great day and enjoy. I guess what today is, depending on when you guys get this, today is actually opening day for baseball. So that'll be good fun too, but I'll talk to a lot of you soon, okay? Have a great one.